on them for times and seasons and months. So we depended on them, but the Most High never created us for that. We're supposed to depend on the Most High, Yahweh. And I just have one precept added on to the new moon. This is Isaiah 66,
that's the spirit.
verse 23.
I'm on it right now.
And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
That's right. So from one new moon to another. All right, and for one Sabbath, that's the Sabbath, brother. Based on the new moon.
Every 7 days.
No, because you can't keep 7 days based on the Lord. Don't deal in the same ways that they created. You know what I'm saying? So Sunday through Saturday, and that's honestly the days of the week are all so-called Roman deities. You know what I'm saying? Sunday worship the sun.
I've thought about that.
Yeah,
I've thought about that.
They're all Roman deities based on the days of the week.
How can we go? How can I say? Because I dismiss anything that that Babylon accepts.
That's right.
Right. Anything that Babylon, but yet I'm still accepting the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and those names, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those are names of pagan gods.
Pagan gods. And so I put it like this: the Amalekites are the so-called Jewish people. Those are the Amalekites, so-called Jews. Right. All right.
So I know them as Khazars.
Or Khazars, but their biblical name is the Amalekites. All right. If whatever they're doing, we probably need to be doing the opposite of it. Right. They keep that Friday to Saturday Sabbath. All right? If they're doing it, we need that's off. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord works with the moon. All right. So every 7 days after the new moon, that's when you get the Sabbath. Okay. So you'll get a new moon. You see the new moon, and then 7 days after that, that's when you'll keep the Sabbath.
When is the next?
I'm not sure because. I'm not sure. It's most likely it's gonna be. I'm gonna be real. I don't even know yet because I always keep up with it as it comes.
It's not 4 in 1 month. It's not every Friday, sunset.
No. It's four in a month, but they're not based on the calendar. Okay, so just like I'm giving. So I'll say this last one. So before the one right now, the one we're in is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, but that's not by the Roman calendar. That's by them. It just happened to be that way. But the one previous before that was. Thursday sundown to Friday sundown. Okay. So in that case, the next following, that was a new moon. The next following week after that, we kept it Thursday to Friday. The following week after that, Thursday to Friday. The next week after that, Thursday to Friday, and then we had to do Friday and Saturday as well.
How many new moons are there in a month? In 30 days.
Well, new moons it's going to be one new moon.
One per month.
Right.
Okay, because I think half the month is a half a moon, and the other half.
It does a full cycle.
When there's a full moon, then you'll know we're in the middle of the month.
That's right.
Because it opens and then it shuts.
Oh, when it's a full moon, it means we're open. I thought a full moon.
Full moon means you're in the middle of the month.
So it means
then the next day. So that's like the 15th of the day when it's 30. Are there 30 days or 31 days?
I mean, that's off too.
Depends on the Most High. The Most High can stretch it out and shorten it.
I don't mean to ask foolish questions.
No, not at all, brother. It's all edification. No, you're not asking foolish questions. They're great questions, brother.
Full moon, I was thinking half moon, a full half moon was half of the month.
A full moon is the middle of the month. Because you got to remember.
That's right.
Because new moon is a refreshment.
You're right, because
when we're in the middle of the wilderness and we don't have all these
it's starting to come on the other side of the moon.
It opens and then it shuts.
And it's starting to come on the other side of the moon. You're absolutely right. Come.
That's right.
So when it's a full moon, it starts coming from one direction, then it gets in the middle.
That's like a quarter. You're in a quarter. You're in a quarter of the month. So if it's open and you see the line, you're in the first quarter. You're in the middle. You're in the half.
This is the area where I need to.
And then it's all for edification, brother. And that's why when people see 7 days, they're like, oh, that must be Sunday through Saturday. But it's 7 days after the new moon, because the new moon shows a new refreshing time, a new time to reverence. All right. So this is where they say this is Exodus 20 and 9. 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath day of the Lord thy power. All right, so that's the 7th day. But if this is Exodus 20 and 8 through 10. So damn place gotta go. That's ridiculous, man. You know, but
if you say something, you're harassing.
Right, we're the ones going off. You know, but. You know, there's no order out here, man. No order out here, man. That's ridiculous. God, if she got a man or a father, man, they'll be shamed, man. They'll be shamed, man. You know, but yeah. So when people see that 7th day, so we talking about the time of Moses, man. You know, the time of Moses was Sunday through Saturday existed. No, man. So they were going when they were walking through the wilderness, they looked at the moon, and that let them know when the Sabbath time was coming around. 7 days after that new moon.
Even when they were doing, what do you call it, when you're sailing in the ocean and stuff, where they navigate, reading the moon.
That's right. Issachar was the so-called Mexicans. They're great at knowing the skies and things like that, man. You know, so they were a lot of them. You know, tell the times and the Sabbath day, the high holy days. You know, just like actually this past Sunday sundown to Monday sundown was Yom Kippur, or the Day of Atonement. All right, that just happened this past week. Okay, and 7 days before, you can read about that in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter.
How did you guys celebrate that?
So, you mean like what were the rituals for it?
Right.
Okay, so Leviticus,
did you do any rituals for it?
And so there, in that for that high holy day, you're supposed to afflict your soul. So you're not supposed to eat, you're not supposed to drink. You know, and the Lord in Matthew the 6th chapter, he talks about.
Was that the? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Go ahead.
Brother. Was that the one where the one camp was trying to get all of us to come together?
So I'm glad you brought that up.
Right.
So what they did, that was a man-made version of the Day of Atonement. They didn't say this is for the Lord, this is for the Day of Atonement. They said for Israel's sake, we all need to come together and sacrifice our souls, you know, and afflict our souls.
Right.
But the Lord didn't set that day up, all right? That was them going off, all right?
Adam?
That was,
The little camp is called
Adam Abbott.
Right.
Yeah, Watchman of Israel.
Right.
Yeah, so
What do you think about
the Lord, to be honest, I think those brothers are very sharp, you know, and they know a lot of scriptures, but the two things they go off on are the mark of the beast and the Sabbath day. But besides that, I do watch those brothers because they are sharp. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they know a lot of scriptures. They have a lot of edifying things. But the two things, they say the name of the Lord. So the two things I don't pay attention to them on are the Sabbath day and the mark of the beast, because they're off on that. But, you know, so Leviticus, let me just read you a couple on Leviticus 23. And so that goes into the feast of the Lord.
Leviticus 2 and 3?
23, yeah. 23.
These are 23 are the laws.
Right, it goes into the different feasts and things like that, all right? So verse 27, it says, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. So the Lord already has a day of atonement. So them trying to say, hey, everybody, let's come together, let's do this. The Lord already has that written down. So you can't create a day that you just think, oh, the Lord already had that coming up.
Right.
So you don't need to make your own days for Israel to repent. So the day of atonement, it goes back to Kippur. Which means to afflict, all right? And this goes into afflicting your souls. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. We know that the Lord Yahushua was our sacrifice, so we don't need to do that anymore. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement to make an atonement for you before the Lord your power. So we know we're in our captivity, so brothers got to work. That's understandable. But if you can take off that day, then do it. So like I took off this past Monday because I knew that was the Day of Atonement. All right. It says, for whatsoever soul it shall be that shall not be afflicted in the same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. So you're not supposed to eat, you're not supposed to drink on the Day of Atonement.
What was the date on that?
The date was I mean, it'll change next year, but the date was
the date was you said was last Monday?
was last Sunday sundown to Monday sundown. Let me see, I'll get it for you real quick.
See, that's what I mean. I don't like missing I don't like missing those days.
And see, I feel you, man. And
because if the Most High came on that day and I wasn't lined up,
I feel you, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
That was it was Monday, August 19th. I mean Sunday, August 19th to Monday, August 20th, sundown to sundown. All right, but I'm telling you, watch the apostles, man, of Great Millstone. They keep you sharp, man, on all the days, the high holy days, all of that, leading you on what to do, the Shabbat, the Passover, all of that, man. You know, and the men of Great Millstone to give you strong guidance, man. Absolutely. So all of those high holy days, we do the best of our ability to keep them, man.
Now there's when I first started, I was watching any and everything. I was hungry.
We all were, brother.
Eating it up.
That's right.
And now that I'm in October will be 2 solid years. I've become a little bit more wiser, and now I've done away with certain camps that if I watch them, it's just because they just entertaining me, and I'm just kind of sitting back watching and being entertained. But when I need edification, I know who to go to now. There's been arguments back and forth with what's that one brother named? He's not a Hebrew Israelite. He always tries to challenge.
Vocab Malone?
No, not Malone.
Brother Polite.
Polite, yeah. Oh. Brother Polite, and then I was doing a piece on the Star of David, and Farrakhan called himself doing a piece on Star of David. And today, I'm not 100% certain if the Star of David is good for us to use because our Jewish brothers abide by the Star of David.
That's right.
So whenever I see the Jewish, I do the opposite of what they do.
That's right. Yeah, like I said, man, if they're doing it, it's most likely wrong. You know, this is Acts 7. Hold on, Salakia.
And you just went to your electronic sword.
Yeah. So
this is the one that I use. I want to see if you're using the same things. I like to be on the same accord with my brothers. I'm using it's called this the one? Does yours look like this?
Which app is that? Do you know the name of it? I could just click on the screen of it.
Right. Bible IS. I
think some brothers, I mentioned brothers using that before, but what you need to get the app called Blue Letter Bible. You ever heard of that?
Blue Letter Bible.
Blue Letter Bible.
I think I heard someone talking about that.
Because and I'll show you.
And in fact, I know as I wrote it down on my notepad at home at my desk, Blue Letter Bible.
And see, my screen isn't that bright. I have a privacy screen on here. But if you check it out, you see how there's a verse, right?
Right.
And I'll just show you. You click on scripture, and you can click interlinear concordance.
Right.
All right. And when you click that, it goes into, it tells you what each word, what it is in the Hebrew, and then you click on the word in the Hebrew and Greek. It'll give you the definitions of each word.
And so maybe some precepts as well?
It doesn't give you precepts. It probably can. I don't know about that feature.
What's it saying? Blue Letter Bible.
Blue Letter Bible.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, that one, it gives you can go into the Strong's Concordance. You can learn the history. You can learn what certain words are.
Who produces that?
I don't know. It's some biblical scholar thing.
The reason I asked, I was thinking was, is that the Jewish people?
I'm not even sure. It's every now and then you'll find something that goes off on there, but that's your greatest source that you're going to find when getting more edification on what words are. Because since the text was written in Hebrew and Greek, we have to get a deeper meaning for words. All right, we have to learn the true etymology of words and what they meant in Hebrew and Greek, and the Blue Letter Bible will do that for you.
It's got a 5-star rating. Is that one?
That's right. Yeah, that's it. And they have a website and an app. Okay. And so you can go on that. But about the Star of David, I just want to give you a quick edification on that. So basically, no, you're not supposed to. Honestly, no. Only sign that is pretty much cool for brothers to wear is like the 7 candlesticks, the menorah. Right. That's the only thing brothers can really wear, honestly. Because if you see brothers wearing stars of David and all that stuff, it's going off, man. This is Acts 7:43. Ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Remphan. It says the star of your god Remphan, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. So that star is the star of Molech, the star of Remphan. That's an idol god, man.
Right.
They're not supposed to be wearing it.
Right. That's why I have no insignia on me, because I'm trying to be careful about what I put on and what I don't.
That's right. So that's another indicator when men are off, when they have those different signs on and things like that. Nah, man, you come out, the Lord says, we ain't supposed to put no other God before you. And that idolatry is his, like, he hates that more than anything, man. He hates idolatry, man. So when you got, people with the crucifixes and the stars and all of that, nah, man. It says the star of Remphan, which ye made. Let me read it one more time. Acts 7:43. Yea, ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Remphan, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. know, so that's an idol god, man. They're not supposed to be rocking that star, man. When they put that star on it, it puts them wicked demonic spirits on them, man. And see, that's just you know, the wicked of our people just trying to claim that they Jews. Like, you know, hey, man, we don't have to claim it anymore. We know who we are. You don't have to rock a star to indicate that. You know, and if the Jewish people got it, man, you shouldn't want no part of it, because you know they defiled everything. Right. From our language to the way we are, to the way we dress, to the things we do, they defiled everything. So if they're doing it, it's wrong, man.
I remembered my password and it's downloaded.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Right. I'm gonna get rid of the other one.
Yeah. So I mean, you can keep it too. Like I have the two I have on my phone, and I had like 4 at one point, but the two I have is the Blue Letter Bible, and I have a KJVA, which is the King James Version Apocrypha with Apocrypha. So I just have that one.
You have that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. So
with the Apocrypha included in it, so it's a 116.
Yeah.
Electronically.
Yeah. But the only thing is, it doesn't have the same capacity that the Blue Letter does. Okay. But it has the Apocrypha on there though. Right. You know, and you can search up, and actually it's a lot easier to search on that app looking for scriptures, because on the Blue Letter Bible, sometimes you have to know a specific word. Like if you're looking for a certain word and if you put an S on it, it won't pop up. You know, so you have to know more specific words when searching. But the KJVA, you can type in any word, and if it got a part of it in there, it'll pick it up. You know,
that's so why I use a Bible Gateway, I think.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna just show you. Just click on a verse. I don't know. It's not. Yeah. So you click this right here, interlinear concordance, and so it teaches you. It shows you all of what these words. So like this Hebrew, it says Elohim. Right. But if you learn the Lashwa and Kodash and learn how to read this text, that's Allahayim. Okay, so when people say "and God" and not understanding in the Old Testament what in the beginning, so it says rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods. So the Alam Hayim was talking about the powers that be. You know, so that'll break every word that you need to learn more edification on. It'll break it down for you.
Let me get that other one that you're talking about too.
Yeah, it's called the KJVA. Yeah, King James Version with Apocrypha. I'm sure they have different variations of it, but that's the one I use.
I got KAVA app.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
And it's got 4.1.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are others that may be even better, but those are the two I use just so I can, you know, have the Apocrypha in my pocket.
That's right, because
whenever I need
I've been wanting the Apocrypha on.
Yeah.
I have.
You know, so yeah, man. And see, the Lord, He set all this up for us, man. He gave us all these. Let me see if I can find that in Psalms. You know, He gave us all these different tools so that we can come back to our heritage, man. You know, He set up the YouTube and all that. All of that was for us, man.
Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would not have heard the truth. But when I heard it, I didn't need a whole lot of convincing, because I was already searching. I went through maybe 10 years of searching for the truth. But the one thing that I do, and I'm happy about, I knew that when I was hearing something, I knew what was not truth. I didn't know what truth was, but when I heard different doctrines, I knew that this is not truth.
And that's the Spirit, man. The Spirit gives you that discernment to realize what's not of the Lord and what is, you know?
This is beautiful, brother.
I was looking for
that Bible S, Blue Letter Bible, and KJVA Bible. That's a beautiful gift, but I appreciate that.
Why do you how about your shop?
You guys got enough drinks?
Yeah, I got. We keep the waters on us, you know, so we can stay hydrated out here.
All praises.
Let me get that, and I found it. I was looking at Psalm 17, but it's Psalm 19.
Yeah, my elder, he just responded. Sorry it took so long.
Oh, no, you good, brother.
I just got the text. May I take a picture of you one or send it to my elder?
A picture of me?
No, just the scene.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you do your thing, brother.
I actually wanted me in it too.
You want me to take it for you?
I wanted you in the picture with me. You're the first group, man, that I've come to since what, almost 2 years.
See, that's the spirit, man.
Almost 2 years, brother. I'm gonna just try to do this. I meet with a brother. By the way, my Hebrew Israelite name, as you said it earlier, is Yahweh.
Oh yeah,
that's my Hebrew Israelite name. And my elder Ahad gave me my Hebrew Israelite name, and he's been in the truth for 12 years. And this other brother, his name is my brother Tawab. He's been in it for I think 3 years.
Okay.
And so he's got a year on me, younger brother, but we represent the southern tribe of Israel. This is beautiful, brother. This made the trip worth it.
Yeah, man, I got a precept for you on that. This is Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? You know, so every step we take, man, is by the Lord, man. So the Lord wanted you to come up here today, man. You know, the Lord had us out here so we can have this conversation.
Blue Letter Bible. Do you have these 3 different apps too, brother? Do you have all 3 of these apps as well?
Yeah, I use most of them. I use the King James, but at home I use the Bible Gateway. Okay. I believe the Bible Gateway at home, it allows you to use the Apocrypha. But I'm searching online. They're not allowing me to use the Apocrypha.
Right. This Apocrypha one, man. This is. I would have driven 8 miles, 8 hours in one direction just to get this out.
Yeah, that's a gold mine right there, man.
This is a jewel.
Yeah, it absolutely.
I've been trying to find a 116 Bible. And I mean, I searched 1611.
Yeah.
I searched high and low, man, for the one book that I just recently purchased was the From Babylon to Timbuktu.
Oh yeah.
And I'm about maybe 3/4 of the way done with it.
Okay.
I went through the Apocrypha the same way. The Maccabees brothers was
cold.
Yeah, man, that's some cold blood. I mean, just war after war after war after war. These brothers were getting down.
That's right, man. That's the spirit of the Lord.
The next one is going to be what's that one that many of the camps are talking about? Arthur has a Jewish man on it, and it's talking about the 3 books that our camps are really kind of pushing: the Apocrypha, From Babylon to Timbuktu, and this other one,
was it 13th tribe or something?
13th tribe, yeah.
13th tribe.
The 13th tribe.
Yeah.
Right, that one. I don't remember the author's name, but that's the one book.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. After I read the From Babylon to Timbuktu, that's my next book.
You got a Zondervan's Bible dictionary too?
I do, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I also bought. Now this is the part where I'm a little nervous telling you.
Man, go ahead, brother. You know, hey, you all right with me, so you good, man.
I just bought. I went and I bought. I had this desire every Shabbat. I was blowing a horn.
Okay.
I just had this desire to blow a horn. So I went and I bought a horn. I went to the Jewish store. It was a bookstore, it's a Christian bookstore. And I saw the horn there. I grabbed it and I blew it. And it felt good to me. And then I went online. I just happened to go online. And this brother was telling me the difference between the horns. And based on what he said, the horn that I had was a Kudu horn.
It's about a horn of the animal.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a Kudu.
Yeah.
Right, African Kudu. And then the horn that I took the Kudu back to the store and got was a ram horn.
Ram horn.
I went and bought a ram horn. He showed scripture where in Jericho he brought the wall down by the priest blowing the horn on the 7th time that they went around the block. But my elder was saying, no, I can blow the Kudu horn. So this was like 4 months later. I went back to the bookstore. The horn was still there.
Yeah.
I bought the horn.
That's what's up, man.
But you're saying I'm blowing it not on the actual Shabbat days.
Yeah. I mean, and see, you know, the Lord knew your heart, and that, and He knew you were sincere in that. But you know, that's one of the things we just got to study and endure more in, you know, and get that better understanding on.
Right.
And the name of that horn, the horn is, by the way, in the Hebrew is shawapar. All right, which is right. So they'll say shofar, but it's shawapar in the Lashwan Kodash.
You know, I'm glad you said that because it reminded me. I have. I think I have a picture of it. I'm learning. I don't know where my voice is going. I'm all excited now.
I feel you.
I'm learning right now. Well, I definitely have this when I'm preaching to the lost tribe, I show them this. Right? But then the other thing here that I go to, sometimes I go to the bus stop where people can't run away, and I'll sit down quietly beside them, and I'll start talking to them. But I'm learning this. I'm learning the Lord's Prayer in our native tongue.
Yep. And you can, and do you have it like written down or something somewhere?
I typed it. Typed it up. You can enlarge it.
Yeah, I see it.
Brother knows it.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, that's it.
I do this every night. My thing is when I wake up in the morning, I try to suit up. And so I read Ephesians 6:14. I gird up my loins, crown, sword, the spirit, my feet, and I prepare to battle against the wicked fiery darts that are coming at me. And I say this in the morning, and I say it at night.
Hey, that's beautiful, brother. Yapa.
Is that cool?
Beautiful. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that, brother. That's you know that's what the Lord said when we need to pray to Him. You know, you can say the Lord's Prayer, man, and it handles everything. You know what I'm saying? That one prayer, it handles everything. You know, but the Lord knows the desires of our heart, man. But that Lord's Prayer, it handles everything, man.
Now this is a powerful prayer, but a prayer that I think is I won't say equally powerful. Yes, you can ready to go to it right now.
What you
I highlighted.
What you talking
That's
about?
it right there. I circled it. I highlighted it in my. In fact, I sent it to my sister. I'm from a family of 8, and I'm number 7. And of my other siblings, I have 2 sisters. One who's truly trying to follow. And another one who's just kind of top of her game.
You talking about the prayer of Manasseh?
The prayer of Manasseh. That's it, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was looking for it. I have it.
Yeah, I just did that one the other day on the Day of Atonement, man, because that's powerful, man.
It's powerful.
It's powerful. And
it says, I have sinned and sinned and sinned.
That's right.
Right, and sinned against you.
He said, talking about how we're unworthy, man.
Unworthy of his mercy and grace.
And he still shines his light upon us. You know. Let me get you a precept, 2 precepts. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 64:6. But we are all as an unclean thing, and all of our righteousnesses are as filthy rags. And we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities like the wind have taken us away. So the Lord says we're like an unclean thing, and our righteousness is filthy rags, man. So, all of the stuff we did to the Lord, man, all of the ways we went against Him, all of the idolatry, man, our righteousness is filthy rags, man. But through the grace of our Lord, man, we're going to be delivered out of here, Lord willing, man.
Well, man, I'm so looking forward to that. I think the reason I'm so happy about it, I'm a 55-year-old man, black man, in America. I've seen some injustices happen to our people. And, I've heard the stories of the stuff. And for years, man, I envied our oppressor. I was like, man, I wish I was born a white man, because he gets me.
I feel you, brother. I feel you.
He gets all the toys, and all the little toys that you seen, driving by. That's Esau, man. He's living off the fat of the land.
That's right. That's his blessing.
And when we get around, when I was at work, and we get around work stories, they talk about, man, I've been to Spain, I've been to Europe, I've been to France. I barely got out of my neighborhood. And I'm like, how is it that they can do the same little job that I do and get to buy a house on beachfront property, have a vacation house, have multiple cars paid off? I said, where are they getting that wealth? They're not working any more overtime than I'm working. And then when I came into the truth, my forefathers paid for that. My forefathers, for 400 years, picked all that cotton his great-great-granddaddy passed it on to his daddy, passed it on to his son.
Con.
And
You'll see